Today we are going to talk about things that have and have not worked on my hair regrowth journey. If you've been here for a while, then you know about a year ago I started to lose a ton of hair post weight loss. It's not my first time losing a bunch of hair. I've had kids, I've lost hair for that. Each time I had a baby, I had significant hair loss and had to go through regrowth hair journeys then, and I have also lost hair in the past due to stress. And because I don't have super thick hair to start with, losing a significant amount of hair is extremely impactful because as soon as I lose hair, it's super noticeable. So over the years, I have tried all kinds of things that are supposed to help you grow your hair back. And I'm going to tell you the ones that work the most and the ones that I have used this time to grow my hair back fairly quickly, and the ones that I would not recommend because they've never done anything for me at all. Keep in mind as I show you some before and after images that I am still in the middle of my hair regrowth journey. I know I said I lost my hair about a year ago, but I didn't actually start this regrowth journey until about 6 months ago because I was kind of waiting for all of that hair fall to stop. And I didn't really see the full impact of it until it was finished. So I haven't been regrowing my hair for a year. It was about a year ago that I started to lose it. And I am still in the process of growing it back. So my after pictures are not the complete and final result yet at this point because I am still on this journey, and I will check back maybe in another 3 months to let you guys know how it's going, but this is how it's going so far. So the first thing we're going to talk about is red light therapy. This has been a new one for me on this journey. This is something I had not done in the past, and I did this time, and it has made the biggest impact out of anything I've ever tried for my hair regrowth. I was super skeptical because it seems like such a simple thing to do, and when you're doing red light therapy, it doesn't really feel like anything's happening, but the results have spoken for themselves. So today we're going to talk about my iRestore red light therapy helmet. I have been loving red light therapy, and I had to upgrade to this guy because this one is elite. Reason that I decided to start using this one is because it is the most powerful LED red light therapy device on the market. It is comparable with treatments you can go and get at the clinic. And if it means anything to you, it has 2,500 milliwatts. This one also has a combination of LEDs and lasers. It has 300 lasers and 200 LEDs, and that is amazing. It gives full scalp coverage and really great hair follicle stimulation, which is what's helping you grow your hairs back, and not only help them grow back faster, and it makes them also stronger, and it also makes them grow back as thick and robust as they possibly can. I want to show you a picture of my hair kind of at its worst when I realized just how bad my hair loss had become right here. So you can see on the one side, I had lost a ton. I lost a ton of hair in this area of my head. I didn't lose as much over here, but I definitely lost quite a bit. You can definitely see it in the bang areas where I had lost so much hair here, making this whole area feel really thin and have really short pieces. And just my bang on this side looks significantly thicker. I'm also going to show you a before and after of the back of my head. And again, I know my ends are still not super thick and even, but that's because some of that hair is still growing down to contribute to the density of my ends. But you can see the difference of that before and after. You can even see in the before how much more of my scalp. Now, I know my hair is a mess in that one picture, but you can tell the density difference at my scalp near the crown of my head where I had lost hair compared to where it is now. My hair feels much thicker and you do not see any scalp. One more, we'll do this before, and I purposely did this video with my hair on day 3 hair because that's what my day 3 hair looked like when it was at its worst, and this is now what my day 3 hair looks like now. So I wanted you to see my hair in a similar unstyled, dirty, messy state That's what it was looking like before I started the red light therapy, and this is now what it's looking like. So much better. So we'll talk a little bit more about this. It's literally so simple. You just pop it on your head, you turn it on, and off it goes, doing its thing. It sits on for 12 minutes. I have it plugged in right now, but I do actually have a wireless battery pack as well, so you don't have to be plugged in. You will see improvement typically within 3 months of using this. So it is something that you have to be patient for. And I definitely didn't notice a difference when using red light therapy at first, but I persisted. I used it every single day, and you can tell the results speak for themselves. It has absolutely made a difference. Some of the stats that are impressive is this type of therapy is recommended by a dermatologist, and clinical studies have shown a 43% increase in hair density in 4 months for people. And I tell you all of that because honestly, as a hairstylist and as a thin-haired girly, I have never come across anything that has really made as big of an impact to your thin or fine hair, especially if you're someone who's struggling because you've lost hair and you're trying to regrow it. All right, before we move on to some of the other things that have helped my hair growth and to the things that I don't think have helped, I do want to talk about cost. It is an investment. These things are pricey, especially one of this caliber that is clinical grade. They are not a cheap investment, but luckily for you, they are having a holiday sale right now. I do have a code DIY Hair School, and that gets you $905 off. It is a significant discount. It is an impactful discount. So if this is something you have been considering investing in, now is definitely a great time to do it. I will include my link in the description so that you guys can go and check it out and use that discount. I will also put the discount code in the description so that you don't lose it or forget it. And definitely give this a try if you are struggling with regrowing your hair like I have been. All right, the next few things that have worked for me with regrowing my hair. So finding the right shampoo and conditioner. Now, I will tell you, I use the Wella Ultimate Repair right now, but that is not to say that that would necessarily be the right one for you. Finding the right one for what your hair needs during this moment is what's going to help support really healthy hair growth. So I have other videos on my channel that do talk about how to determine the right shampoo. I could make another video that goes into more depth on that. If you guys are interested, let me know in the comments. But doing a little research and finding out what your hair truly needs in that moment and finding a shampoo and conditioner system that is going to support that is going to make a big difference. There isn't really one universal one where I can say everybody use this one and everybody's going to have amazing results, because everyone's situation is going to be different. Hot oil treatments, or just oil treatments in general. I made a concoction of my own oil blends that I bought online and at the grocery store. I will link the video here of my oil treatment video where I show you, and I have been doing that consistently since my hair regrowth journey started as well. And that just helps to keep the hair hydrated. It helps to keep the scalp stimulated and happy, and helps to support just all that healthy hair regrowth that's happening. And I have been very mindful of eating a healthy diet. A healthy diet is also really important. Getting enough protein, all of those things in your diet is going to help promote healthy hair growth. If you don't have a balanced, healthy diet, then you might be lacking in vitamins, etc. And it will show in your hair, skin, and nails for sure. So some things that haven't worked for me in my hair regrowth journey. Protein-infused treatments. Now, this is for me specifically. For some of you, if you have hair loss due to breakage and significant chemical damage, and therefore loss of protein in your hair, then protein treatments might be something you need. But I did not have significant breakage or damage. I had hair fall, meaning the hair was shedding out of my scalp, not breaking off. I never did protein treatments because I'm a hairstylist and I know that those aren't right for that scenario, but I wanted to include it not as something I tried and failed at, but just to let you know that is a trap that a lot of people fall into, because a lot of protein and treatments are marketed as reparative, but that is true only though to repair hair that has been damaged due to loss of protein. And in fact, if your hair is not lacking protein, using protein treatments can have an adverse effect on your hair regrowth journey. So that kind of ties back into finding out what the right products are for your hair at that time. But just know that protein infused treatments are not a miracle, and they are not something that's going to help you regrow your hair if it's fallen out, unless it is something that your hair needs at that time. Taking any of those crazy fancy skin, hair, and nail supplements. If you are eating a healthy diet, there is absolutely no reason to take a hair supplement of any sort. I'm not going to say that they're completely useless. If you struggle to maintain a healthy diet and you struggle to get enough vitamins and minerals into your diet, then perhaps it can help. But those vitamins, the way they're marketed is that they are going to help you regrow your hair. And the truth is they're only going to help if you are deficient in things. The same goes for biotin. Biotin is not a magic pill. It is only going to help you regrow your hair if you are deficient in biotin. And if you are deficient in biotin, taking a biotin supplement can absolutely help. But just taking supplements and vitamins that are meant for your hair just because is not necessarily in itself going to fix your problem, unless your problem is a lack of those vitamins. Next is cutting my hair. A lot of people feel like they need to cut their hair off to regrow it. Now, you certainly can cut it off if you don't enjoy the way it looks during your hair regrowth journey. You could see in my after pictures, I'll show you again, my ends are still very uneven, and I could cut a few inches off and my ends would definitely look healthier and thicker, but it's not actually making my hair any better. It just makes my hair look better. Okay, so that is a personal decision, but it's not actually making your journey any better. It's not making your hair grow any faster. It's not making your hair any thicker. It may make your hair appear thicker because you've gotten rid of some of the less dense ends, but that's about it. So it's not that there's a problem with cutting your hair during your hair regrowth journey. It's simply that that in itself is not going to make you get any further, any faster in the journey. And any sort of miracle mask, this kind of ties in with the whole protein thing. Masks are great, but as long as you're using a good shampoo, conditioning, hydrating system, the right products that your hair needs, anything that's marketed as like a miracle, as like, this is going to change your life, just this one tub of conditioning mask. At the end of the day, they're usually pretty similar to just other regular masks that probably cost a lot less. So it's not to say that using a hydrating mask or a mask of any sort might not be a good thing for your hair to help support keeping your hair healthy through this journey. But again, it comes back to being very mindful about what you're using and understanding what your hair needs in that moment and finding the right product, not getting roped into all these crazy marketing claims that this mask is a miracle and it's going to work for everybody who's trying to regrow their hair. And anything that claims that your hair can grow like 6 inches in a month or something is not true. That's just simply not how it works. So just always be mindful. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. I hope you found that helpful. Thank you so much for watching today. I know I have dumped a lot of information on you in this video, so please, in the comments, let me know your questions and I will absolutely answer those for you or make any follow-up videos if it's appropriate. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any more of my videos. Like and subscribe to help grow my channel if you're not already a subscriber here. Thank you so much for watching today. Bye.